Hey, so please don't mind how I look. I literally look chewed up and spit out today. But I was having a moment and I thought that I'd share it. I got some, I think, personal messages from God, but I feel like I need to share it. So I'm having a moment, yeah. And I'm thinking, like, I really wish that I'd done some things differently as a mother. I really wish that, in my head, I'm cycling and I'm just on the wheel in my head saying like, oh, maybe if I'd done this, if I had time to do that and, not necessarily doing things differently, but doing more. I just feel like I could be doing more. And God stopped me and taught me about presence and finding, trying not to get emotional, finding the truth in the present moment and finding the importance in being present. And he said to me that when you find that presence and you have more awareness in the present, it kind of eliminates the story. It eliminates the backstory, the story that defines you and defines your thought patterns and your thought process to make you feel like, or in my circumstance, to make me feel like I didn't do enough and that I didn't do my best. I was fighting for my life. That's a message that came through too, because that's not the way that I see it. I see that I could have done more, but yet in that one moment of me being in my head, being in the cycle of just kind of feeding myself this negativity, like feeding myself the pressure of the future, but because of the past story, God stopped me and told me about presence and that it's about now, that I can decide to do what I want to do now. And that I was fighting for my life. And I was only surviving and I was doing my best to show up as the best possible mother that I could with everything that I have gone through. So now I've been given that chance, that blank slate to move forward in the ways that I'd like to, in the ways that I say that I'd like to do more. I can do those things instead of just surviving, instead of just fighting for my life. And I have to laugh, because yeah, I've moved out of those painful moments. And the more that I find presence is the more that I can release of that pressure and that anxiety and the worry around like what the future holds. So yeah, I've got a part two. This is part one. I may post a part two later. But anyway, all of this to say, just try to ground yourself, give yourself grace for where you are. And I would say to only look back to justify how far you've come, to really celebrate the you that came out of all of the garbage that you've been fed in your life. Because we've all been there. We've all been through the shit. And if I was outside of myself, if I was my friend, I would definitely be given a lot of grace and a lot of pats on the back. So, yeah, sometimes you really have to step outside yourself and allow God to come through just to show you who you are, just to show you the truth of who you are in the present moment. So, yeah, that's it for part one. I'll come back for part two.